We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to our rebrand channel, Tea on the Streets. And we got a lot to discuss. So Cardi B seemingly claps back at a fan that was calling out her SNL performance where she was lip singing, and she also was not really dancing, okay, despite having dancers for one of the songs she performed, which was Every Time. Okay. So this is what the fan had to say.
Honest about Cardi B's SNL performance, so I will. She was lip syncing for most of the performance, and that is insane for a rapper. As a rapper, your background track shouldn't be doing most of the work. Your background track really should be mostly ad-libs with a few punchlines here and there so that you can catch your breath. But outside of that, especially if you're just going to hit your mark and not move, if you're just going to stand there the whole time, you should be rapping your motherfucking ass off. Not letting the background track do most of the work. Her mic was so low that when she started talking at the end of Bodega Batty, you could barely hear her. They had to turn it up. If the background track is louder than you, then this isn't a live performance. This is just me listening to the track on a larger sound system than the one I have at home. And those of y'all who are going to spend your money on that concert would honestly be better off of just buying yourself a surround sound system for your home than going to go
Now, Cardi responded and said, "You need to learn TV. When you perform a song with a lot of curse words, they put your track louder for safety, especially when it's live, because they don't want to risk cursing on live. Baby, I performed 8 months pregnant." Okay, so this is what Cardi B had to say in response, which I'm shocked. Usually, she get to dragging and going off on black women, okay? This was actually a very clean and mature response for Cardi B. So I'll give her her threes for that. But I do think she's lying. No shade to Cardi B. I don't believe that the backtrack was louder than your mic because the songs have curse words. I think that Cardi B, despite people's public perception of her being a decent performer, because she's never had a reputation of being a bad performer, but she's not a great performer. I think that it was more of the fact that she can't rap all the way through for her record. Okay? I think that's what it was. I don't think she could fully just have a mic and go a cappella and rap all the way through for her song. I think Doja Cat can. I think Doechii can. Okay. But can Cardi B? No. I think Megan Thee Stallion probably can. But can Cardi B? Probably not. And I think that's the main reason why she had to backtrack. Okay. But I respect the lie that she tried to tell, because a lot of her fans will believe that. But I don't believe it, because Doechii got curse words in her music and she can perform and have the mic on when she's performing and the backtrack not taking over. Same thing with Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion. Okay? And even Nicki. So I know she wants us to believe that lie, but it's not going to work, because other female rappers perform on SNL and, Jimmy Kimmel and all these different TV shows, and they perform with their mic on. So I don't really believe that. No shade. And they got curse words in their music too. Doja Cat just performed on SNL and her mic was definitely on. Now, moving on from that, a lot of fans are saying that Megan Thee Stallion's net worth will go up to 100 million once it gets updated. Okay? A fan said when Megan Thee Stallion's net worth gets updated via Forbes, we're going to see the Coke rants of all Coke rants. Well, what is Megan Thee Stallion's current net worth? Because I don't really be paying attention like that. So according to what's on Forbes right now, she's worth $40 million. Even though I don't know if I fully believe that. But that's what it says. So with all these new endorsements and business deals that she has gotten, and according to the fans, it's been like 15 for the last 2 years, I would say it probably gonna go up to maybe 60 million. Okay. I don't believe that it would go up more than that, in my opinion. No shade. I don't believe it's going up to, 100 million or 80 million. I don't believe that would be truthful. I think it will go up to 60 million. Okay. And that will be organically. Even then, I don't think she made 20 million in the last 2 years. And it's definitely not off music. Well, if we count the tour, maybe. But if we talking about just endorsement deals, I don't think it was 20 million. But I can see it going up to 60 million. Okay? And I think that, Rock Nation going to finish the numbers and push it to like 60 or 70. Now, moving on from that, Stefan Diddy said that he will possibly propose to Cardi B. They do have a child together, even though he got multiple children that he had last year. And he said that it's on the agenda. So let's take a listen.
Is Cardi getting her ring? Proposal?
It's on the agenda, maybe, right? I gotta get mine first.
You're getting it. You're gonna win.
Now, let me know if you think Cardi and Stefan Diddy will get married. Here's my thing. Isn't Cardi B still married to Off the Cheat? Did they finalize their divorce? How can he marry somebody that is already married? You can't be married to two people in America. That's illegal. In other countries, you probably get away with that, but not in America. And in my opinion, I don't think her and Stefan Diddy are going to last. I definitely think that they are an entertaining couple and very polarizing. But do I think it's going to stand the test of time now? Okay. So that's just how I feel about it. My personal opinion, but I do feel like they're polarizing. Allegedly, they got a magazine cover together coming. I heard that they got some deals and magazine covers coming together, and they can do like a PR wedding once she divorces Off the Cheat. You know what I'm saying? She could do something like that. And despite, Stefan Diddy strangling his ex-chef, and, he will be going to court for that after the Super Bowl, it's clear as day he's getting protected by the industry, okay? Because they do not care about that charge. They do not care about him getting no type of lawsuit about him choking out his chef. If that was anybody else, they would have been suspended, benched. But when you Stefan Diddy and you this close to winning the Super Bowl, they can let shit slide. That's what it's given. Okay, they gonna let shit slide. They gonna push that under the rug. They do not care about that. So it's gonna be interesting to see how, Cardi and Stefan Diddy handle this lawsuit, because I do feel like they will have to give up a coin. But with that being said, the industry is protecting Stefan Diddy, so he's not going to really suffer any consequences for choking out his chef. Now, this is giving, and I love Rihanna. I've used some of Rihanna's Fenty products. Rihanna is definitely getting pushed out. Rare Beauty is on track to become the fastest celebrity makeup brand in history to reach an estimated $3 billion net worth. With the expansion into Ulta Beauty, the company could surpass the value of Fenty Beauty and become the biggest celebrity makeup brand of all time. Currently, Fenty net worth is $2.8 billion. Okay, but Rare is going to surpass that. Okay, and become a $3 billion business. So let me know how y'all feel about it. In my opinion, I feel like they're making these type of announcements to try to make Selena's brand bigger than Rihanna's. Okay? I think that this is very intentional. And, allegedly, the industry is frustrated with Rihanna because she won't put out an album. She's not doing music. It's not like she do TV shows. She only do Fenty. She only pop out for Fenty or when A$AP the Colorist has a concert. So, with that being said, I think that the industry will slowly start pushing more of Rhode and Rare Beauty, and they're going to slowly stop backing Fenty Beauty. And they've done this before. As soon as Kylie got pregnant, people don't really talk about Kylie Cosmetics like that no more. As soon as she got knocked up, the industry stopped kind of backing that brand. Okay? So the industry kind of moves. If you do not do what they want you to do, they gonna find a way to sabotage you. Okay? We've seen it happen to multiple artists. Nicki, Champagne Thickums. We've seen it now with Rihanna. Rihanna doesn't want to do music. Okay, so we're going to sabotage your business. Because the fact that Selena Gomez, who is not really known for her beauty. Selena Gomez is very beautiful, by the way. Okay? But I'm just saying, she's not known for her beauty. She's not known for her style. For this to be happened to Selena Gomez is very telling. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say Rare is better than Fenty because I don't know that for sure. I've used both products, but I haven't used the same type of product. So, let me know who you guys like more. Is it Rare for you or is it Fenty? So let me know in the comments. Now, moving on from that, everybody is talking about this SZA and Hailey Bieber interaction at the Grammys. So SZA went to greet Hailey Bieber. And Hailey kind of gave her like this kind of fake hug, like, I don't fuck with you, but I cannot really say that. And then she kind of made like a little bit of a face. She had this kind of weird face after she hugged SZA, which a lot of fans noticed. A lot of people want to know, why is she acting like that? Justin has always shown love to SZA, been a little bit flirtatious with SZA at times. I'm not talking about the Snooze music video. I'm talking about when he was kissing and hugging up on her when he performed at the Grand National Tour in LA. Allegedly, the streets are saying that's one of the reasons why Hailey don't really fuck with SZA like that. Okay, now, will she ever openly admit that? Probably not. It wouldn't be good PR. But, SZA and Justin have flirted behind the scenes. Justin also has flirted with a lot of different women, like Sexy Red. He kissed her one time for absolutely no reason. A lot of people feel like he has more chemistry with other women that are not his wife. Hailey hates that narrative. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like when women flirt or kiss or hug up on Justin, because when it comes to how he treats her in the public, is never lovey-dovey all the time. Okay, used to be years and years ago, but even when they was on the Grammy red carpet, he seemed a little distant. He seemed like he didn't really fuck with her. And I know he got that Hailey tattoo on his back, but allegedly that's only because he got caught liking that old picture of him and Selena Gomez. He got caught liking those comments in that picture, and that has also caused a strain in their relationship, okay? But allegedly, Hailey feels a way about the fact that Justin, with all these other women in the industry, shows, chemistry, love, flirtation to all these women in the industry. He's done it with, Kendall, Sexy Red, SZA, a bunch of different models. But when he's with her, he's a little bit cold. Okay? You can definitely tell there's a difference. So, in my opinion, I think Hailey should just file for divorce, because who wants to put up with that all the time? Somebody always act cold towards you or give you an attitude. She could just divorce him and take half of his catalog. Oh, wait, he already sold that. He don't own his catalog. I forgot. Well, she can divorce him and get probably, child support, if she needs it. But I think Hailey probably makes more money than Justin right now. If I had to guess, she'd probably make more. Based on road, she'd probably make more. Now, some fans are accusing Solange, Beyonce's sister, of putting some spells on Camel Face, okay? Solange posted a picture last year in July of some interesting items that could allude to doing some sort of spell work. And then a fan responded, as, I guess people are talking about the Blankstein files, which Camel Face allegedly is in, this makes so much sense now, OMG. Okay, now, if you guys remember, Solange put the pause on Camel Face for cheating on his sister. And unfortunately, some more information has come out in regards to Camel Face being the Blankstein files. It was reported released by the FBI. Camel Face, husband of Queen Bee, would be part of blank Epstein scheme with the aim of distracting the public. During an email exchange, Jess Staley, CEO of the Barclays, suggested that the billionaire convicted of pedo, the financial elite, does not need to fear popular uprisings in the U.S. because capitalism and pop culture through idols like Camel Face have tamed social media movements, turning the pursuit of justice into the pursuit of lifestyle and consumer goods. So far, this is the second mention of Blue Ivy's father in the new batch of released documents and the third overall in the entire Blankstein case. So what I'm getting is that Camel Face is being used as a pawn, that he may have connections with these people, Blankstein and, a few other powerful executives, as he should. He is a gatekeeper. And with the fact that people see Camel Face so highly, especially in Black culture, that even if he's in the files due to pop culture, he and several other billionaires won't get dragged as much, okay, because of how social media has changed over the years. And even now, I don't see Camel Face really getting dragged much compared to other celebrities. Even though there was a tip sent to the FBI that he allegedly, abused and a woman allegedly back in the 90s. But here's my thing. I feel like the person that's going to get dragged the most is Queen Bee. And, now fans are saying that Solange put some spell work on Camel Face, and this is why everything is coming out. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, because I feel like if she did that, Beyonce would be in on it. I don't think that Beyonce would be unaware of Solange putting any type of, voodoo on Camel Face, because she was right there when he was getting beat up and she didn't do nothing. But I don't necessarily believe that is true. I think that what it comes down to is that people have been searching to try to take Camel Face out for years now. And unfortunately, it will affect Beyonce's career. Now, GloRilla is getting dragged on social media because her sister came out and basically said that GloRilla's mom still works at FedEx and GloRilla's not helping out her family. Okay, she's not helping out her parents or siblings. So a lot of people are having mixed reactions on social media. In my opinion, I don't feel like Gorilla Glue is obligated to help her family if she can't afford to. You know what I'm saying? She's not a billionaire like, Rihanna. She's not making hundreds of $millions like Nicki Minaj or a Champagne Thickums. I don't even think she's making money like Cardi B or Megan like that. So now she did post some text messages insinuating that, somebody from her family, I don't know if it was her mom or her grandmother, whoever, was thanking her for all she does for her family. And it doesn't really specify, but it could be financially. So she did show receipts. But, I don't think GloRilla really has the funding to be taking care of her whole entire family still. So in my opinion, I'm on GloRilla's side in regards to this. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you have a great day.